Men are useless. Men are useless. Men are useless. Men are useless. And men are useless. Now, men are useless.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from Alpha Central titled High Value Man Refuses to Pay for His Date's Food. Her plan backfired. You know, I hear a lot of people say, oh, men aren't getting used for free food. Okay, you should be a real man and go and pay for everything. But the fact of the matter is, guys, a lot of men are being used for resources. They are being used for free food, for free validation, and so on. So shout out to this man for not giving in, and let's jump into this video.
I don't really know if it's the biggest red flag in the world or the biggest flex in the world that both my most recent ex-boyfriends decided to get really in shape and really strong after we broke up.
No, definitely a red flag. I'm not sure there's redder flags. But also on the flip side, she might just be the best personal trainer in the world. Some may call it the forbidden pre. But other than that, no. Certified walking red flag.
If a guy is going to the gym and getting stronger after a breakup from a toxic ex, then that woman has no business flexing. It just means that they refuse to be put through that terrible situation again.
So, since you guys ended up matching, have you gone on a date?
So as we're getting out the car, Jordan kind of like walks, ahead of me, doesn't wait on me to go in the restaurant.
My feet were not hurting. What I told you on the date, and I did express myself on the date, I said that I just don't think that it is a good way to court a woman on a first date that is dressed up, wearing heels. Valet is an option and available, and you opt to park 100+ feet away from the restaurant.
There isn't a rule in courtship where a man needs to spend money on valet parking because the woman decided to wear uncomfortable shoes. This is just stupid.
The problem I have with the Man of the Year trend is that it gives men an excuse to be like, I'm a good guy. I'm like one of those.
I don't know what's funnier. The fact that someone actually believes that a lot of men are even watching videos that are specifically tailored towards women that like to make fun of men, because no, self-respecting men aren't watching those. Or two, the fact that they actually go so far as to think that they know what the majority of men who actually do watch those videos would be thinking.
Like, it just lowers the bar for them.
This is the type of woman who believes that any form of recognition to a man's accomplishments is somehow a massive insult to all women who've ever existed, but a woman deserves a trophy if she makes a bowl of cereal.
It was already too low. This continues to lower it.
The irony of someone talking about lowering the bar of what is considered to be acceptable behavior, meanwhile, talking with food in one's mouth.
As men thinking that they're way the up here because they're not saying piss poor to women.
Calling out bad behavior does not lower the bar unless someone doesn't understand that bad behavior is bad behavior. That doesn't necessarily elevate those that don't do it to a higher level. But then again, most of these videos are targeted towards women, and common sense isn't common anymore. So, I mean, consider the audience.
It's not really a good idea for a woman like this to think that she can set the bar for a man's behavior when her content is geared towards constantly bashing men for no other reason than because they are men. Does she notice the dudes who are also standing in the background? She's acting like she's oppressed just because she doesn't want to follow the rule known as first come, first serve.
Boys, you see how your mom's completely freaking out because she thinks she's too late to check out of the hotel? And she's acting like there was a horrific car accident or her child is dying or dead. Her panic level's like this. It doesn't make any sense, right? That's what women do. They go from here to full-on crazy, and it doesn't match the actual circumstance that's happening. So it's important info for you guys to learn, okay? You understand?
Modern women refuse to understand that most problems can't be solved with panicking and emotional meltdowns, and if a man tries to calmly resolve the problem, then that man is somehow in the wrong.
Why do men refuse to read fun books? Like, anytime I ask a boy what they're reading, it's like The Road Ahead by Bill Gates or Catcher in the Rye or some sort of like, self-help book on time management and productivity. Why are you guys never reading like Fourth Wing or like a Madeline Miller book? Ooh, like why are you guys against having fun when you read?
For years, modern women have been reading self-help books, and they act like they deserve a medal for being so brave as to read a book that tells them exactly what they want to hear. But if a man tries to improve himself with books, then he's boring and doesn't know how to have fun, apparently.
This clip may seem like it's just another liberal white girl taking her billionth jab at men because she doesn't have anything better to do, like work a job, but it's also indicative of something deeper. She asks why men refuse to read fun books, yet the ones she lists that we supposedly read are all about self-improvement, history, philosophy. In other words, books that make you think, books that make you smarter, more adept at solving problems, or even more emotionally intelligent.
Modern women always claim that they want men to read more books and to become better men, but the second they do that, they turn around and bash them for not reading the right books or improving in the quote-unquote right way.
And then the one that she lists as fun is Fourth Wing, a book that is the definition of copy-paste, that steals the cringiest trope-driven plot points from every popular book that came before it and mashes them together with the occasional explicit scene to create the most gag-inducing slop that's ever been published.
If you take a look at a lot of the books that modern women love to read, the vast majority of them are not only trash, but they're also trashy. But because it's filth that's published into words, they think that makes it better.
We do not need men. They are an added bonus and fun in our life, but we are okay being single.
Young lady, respectfully, I'm going to tell you, delete this now while you can. This is not going to age well at all. By the way, the microphone in which you speak on, the microphone in its existence, was invented by a man. But that's besides the point. Again, this is not going to age well. This is like the new trend now. We don't like men. We don't need men. They're just stop it. Don't follow that.
If she deleted that video right now, it would make no difference. Once a video gets posted on the internet, it's up there forever. It will get archived, it'll get passed around, and everybody will see it if they want to find it.
These girls are going to get you in trouble because I know you saw that somewhere. This is not you thinking for yourself. I highly doubt that. Whenever you make a video and there are more comments than likes, that should be your indication to maybe take that down.
Women who post man-bashing content online are just looking for likes and attention. They say some of the most absurd things that make no sense whatsoever because it gives them the validation that they can't get anywhere else in life.
The odds of being attacked by a shark? 1 in 4 million. The odds of a woman being by a man? 1 in 6.
Not even close. These are the total amount of men arrested for that crime in a given year, which is a total of 16,267 men arrested for that crime. Now let's assume that every one of these arrests turned into a conviction and they were all found guilty. The population of women in the year that I got those crime statistics from was 166.6 million. When we take the amount of women that were that year by the total population of women, we see that we get 0.0097%, which is the equivalent of 1 in 10,309, not 1 in 6. What is that, feminist math? See, this is why you do your research before just going on TaylorSwiftStatistics.org and spreading misinformation. That's so tough.
It doesn't matter what the true statistics are. It could be 1 in every billion women. The modern woman's argument will be that all men are dangerous because of that one victim.
Bro, is she stink facing? This is only our second set, so we can't get kicked out just yet. I need that clip though. I need that clip.
This video has such mean girls in the gym energy. You say in the caption that woman's being disrespectful and you need a home gym stat.
We're pretty much at the point where if somebody walks into a gym, then they're going to be guilty of ruining some random woman's phone camera footage. This is why people are working out at home more and more. It's the only way to actually be safe and not be bothered by these women.
Why? Because she walks through your video and does so when you're in between sets and not even working out? I mean, your camera's literally in the middle of a walkway. She's gonna have to walk by at some point, so she does it with a little bit of style, and she has some fun with it. I love that. But that bothers you to the point where you have to calm yourself and say that you don't want to do something to her that's gonna get you kicked out?
These so-called fitness videos aren't made about actual fitness, you know, documenting gains or making sure your form is good. It's just there to create drama and to cash in on a TikTok trend.
Seriously? If anything, you should be thanking her because she got you over 50,000 views, and your videos normally only get a few hundred. And I know that's what you wanted because you pinned this video to the top of your page. But hey, if you want to train somewhere where nobody's going to walk through your videos and you can do as you please, build that home gym you want so bad. Train there. Until then, you need to do better. Mind your own business.
Gyms have been ruined by this kind of behavior. It was supposed to be a place to get healthy, but now it's just become a place to create social media drama, like everywhere else apparently. Modern women are the ones who are constantly telling men to just calm down because it's just a game, but will ruin an entire vacation because they lost at a friendly game of ping pong.
Here, hold these in here. And don't eat my stuff either, let them bang. It's good.
I mean, bang.
Why you eat my dog cookies?
No, they not.
Them is dog cookies.
No, they not.
From Petco.
Quit.
The sense of entitlement that modern women have is insane. They have all of these rules and regulations for men, but when a man tells her not to eat his food, then it's just a polite suggestion that she can apparently ignore.
Men's opinions of the women who say they're a 10. That shows confidence. The women who are saying that they're not a 10 and much less shows insecurity.
It's the reverse.
Really?
It's
okay.
absolutely the reverse.
Interesting.
So if you have a big ego, you got pride, and you're rating yourself a 10, and you're not a 10. We look at that, that's hubris, that's ego, that's pride, that's lack of modesty. So whereas a woman who's just, oh yeah, like I'm a 6, I'm a 7, that's confidence, I think, because we don't want to deal with no delusional woman.
Yeah. If a woman says that she's a 10, she's telling men everywhere that she's literally perfect, but how can she be perfect when she's also insufferable and condescending? This basic logic always escapes women like this.
Said no man ever. Oh my God, she's so brave. She said she's a 10. That's confidence. I love that about her. None of us have ever said that.
This is interesting.
No, I do think, genuinely speaking, this idea that, well, it's confident to say that you're a 10. I actually think it's confident to be like, I can do an accurate self-assessment of how I look. This is where I think I stand. Like, if you're genuinely an average woman and you think you are among the most beautiful women in the world, that's a lack of modesty. And I just think it's way more confidence to just be like, I'm 6.
What's funny is if a man looks at a woman and says that he's a 10, she will laugh in his face and point out all of his flaws and tell him that he's way too insecure. The double standards are always insane.
Men are useless. Men are useless. Men are useless. Men are useless. And men are useless. Now, men are useless.
You get it. Anyway, what's this? What's that? I don't think it's women funding this. I'm just saying, if men were so useless, why would you be trying to perform and sell your body to them for $11 a month? I don't know, just a question.
It's kind of crazy how all of these women are constantly telling men that they're useless, but the second they need to change out a light bulb or get rid of a spider or something, all of a sudden the tune changes.
Feminism isn't about hating men. It's about equality.
No. Since the beginning, feminism has been about hating men. In 1918, an anonymous suffragette authored a piece called Advice on Marriage to Young Ladies. Do not marry at all. Avoid these type of men. Don't expect too much. Men are trash. All single men suck. Feed the brute. It's a great way to refer to men. And then it compares men to dogs. The conclusion says don't get married at all. For those who are saying feminism is not anti-man or anti-marriage, literally it's been that from the beginning.
Feminism was always about hating men. That's why they keep moving the goalpost when it comes to quote-unquote equality. That way they always have an excuse to blame men for everything while taking zero accountability. The funny thing about this is even when men try to prove that they are better suited for dangerous jobs like this, the response from feminists is always, we could do that job better than men, but we shouldn't have to.
When I see stay-at-home wife, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Oh, wonder what that's like. And then I see stay-at-home girlfriend, and I'm like, oh. Oh.
There is no hate and jealousy quite like female empowerment, I'll tell you.
Oh, you're a stay-home girlfriend? Yeah, he's trying to control you.
Oh, you work your life away? He's not taking care of you right.
Oh, you cook for him? Are you stupid? He could cook for himself.
Oh, you don't cook for him? Oh my god, you're such a lazy...
Y'all hate each other more than any man.
That's one thing that modern women don't seem to understand. They bought into the feminist girl boss ideology, but don't realize that all it's done is made them incredibly intolerable and hateful.
Maybe not any man. There's some red pill guys out there, but they spent thousands of dollars to purchase a webinar on how to be a man. Fucking losers. Who cares about their opinion?
Y'all love each other until one starts doing better. Or you'll lie to each other long enough to when you get that one big blowout, you finally say it, you're fat and ugly, and then the relationship's over.
I swear, the average best friendship of a lady's 2 years. A dude's like 10 years, and I barely like the guy.
This is what happens when girls find feminism.
Not only has feminism brainwashed women into being filled with hate, it's also convinced them to plot each other's downfall because they are miserable and they want the rest of the world to be as miserable as they are.
This person says maturity is realizing that in the Titanic film, Rose decides to throw a $250 million pendant in memory of an unemployed man she slept with only once away. A man who never even owned the necklace. She completely disregards the fact that the explorer who brought her to the wreck and built his entire career finding that necklace. Yet she held on to it for decades on the off chance she end up at the wreck site again, just to chuck it into the ocean for no good reason, and croaks in his bed.
There's an alternate ending to this movie where she explains that she threw the necklace into the ocean to spite her rich fiancé, not to honor the memory of the dude she let freeze to death in the Atlantic.
Then goes and waltzes past her husband in the afterlife to meet up with her 3-day fling. Meanwhile, she conveniently leaves out the part where she let Jack, the 3-day love of her life, freeze to death because she couldn't scoot over a bit on the giant door. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, her husband of many years might have liked to know she'd been hanging on to a $250 million necklace all that time. How about her granddaughter, who was caring for her? An early retirement fund? Anyone? The real villain of Titanic? Ready for it? Not Cal, not even the iceberg. It was Rose.
What Rose did wasn't a romantic gesture, it was a selfish one. Jack wanted her to have that necklace and she literally threw it away and screwed over a ton of people in the process, all for a reason that makes no sense.
So you're really about to make me split the bill with you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it makes sense. You order all this sushi.
It's not even that much, bro. It's only like $70 worth of food.
Yeah, you're paying. So
why would I pay when you're the man?
You're paying. You're paying.
But I'm the girl.
Why is it that a modern woman can call a dude a boy as an insult, but whenever she's a victim, she's allowed to call herself a girl? It really makes no sense, but again, guys, you know, logic isn't these people's strong suit, generally speaking.
Yeah, but don't order so much food next time.
But I'm the girl you're supposed to pay.
I'll get it next time.
There's not gonna be a next time if you don't pay for this food.
We'll figure it out. Don't you worry.
I don't even have money.
Well, I just told you, don't order all this food next time. Like, you order all of it. You expect me to just pay all of it?
Yeah, because you're the man.
If she doesn't have any money, then she should probably get a job instead of trying to leech off of a dude just so that she can eat. That's what strong and independent women are supposed to do. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Peace.